Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. Welcome everyone today to our Master of Science in Operations Management information session. My name is Karin HIckenbotham. I'm the program manager here in the SOM, or Master of Science in Operations Management department, and we'll be going through the program as well as the certificates, and we have a special guest with us today, Instructor Phil Jones, who's going to talk more about the advanced project management in the certificate and in the program. Like I just said, please let's save all questions until the end of the presentation. Please do not hesitate, or please do not raise the raise hand feature in this session. We will get to all questions at the end. This will be a very brief presentation, so everyone will have a chance to ask all the questions that they have. We will utilize the chat box at the end of the presentation, so we'll go ahead and get started. So in the Master of Science in Operations Management department under the Industrial Engineering department, we have a Master of Science in Operations Management, Engineering Management, and Engineering. We also have 3 graduate certificates in Project Management, Lean Six Sigma, and Homeland Security, and we'll get into all of those certificates in detail later on in the presentation. So we get asked a lot, what is operations management from prospective students who are looking at various programs? Operations management, those professionals, they plan, lead, and manage business operations. It uses industrial engineering techniques to enable individuals and organizations to maximize effectiveness and make superior decisions. So in a nutshell, that's what we try to explain what operations management is, and it really does relate to everyone in almost any field. The MSOM program, we were established in 1974. We are the largest graduate program here on campus in Fayetteville at the U of A. We have over 5,000 graduates who are prepared to be leaders in their industry. 90% of our students are completing the degree full online. We have 65 instructors who have real-world experience, and we have 35 graduate courses offered each year in our program. We also get asked, what can we do with an OM degree? This is a very broad statement, and we like to speak to individuals by themselves to see where they're at in their career, what industry they're working for, are they looking to make a career change? Because the answer is very broad. But obviously in operations management, this can go into human resources, construction, data analysis, finance, banking, and investments. In the nonprofit sector, we have many military and government officials program, and then operations research is another big part of it. And we also get asked, why our program, why MSOM? And I always say, I can give you the nuts and bolts of the program, but the students, I really want you to hear from the students. And our student testimonials that are on our social media really tell a story and show such a diverse background on where our students come from. And if you want to check us out, those are on there. There's over a dozen now of folks that have told their story as far as from why they started the program, what interested them, what they learned during it, their favorite coursework, where they're going now, did it, offer them a career advancement. So we really encourage you to check those out, and you will receive links to these in a follow-up email. We do have a COVID-19 special announcement for admissions before I get into that process. Effective in the fall 2020 term, at this time we are waiving the GRE for applicants with a 2.5 to a 2.99 undergraduate GPA with admission exceptions. So applicants with above a 3-point undergraduate GPA is automatically waived for any term. Once the GRE testing centers resume normal operations, the standard admission requirements will go back in full effect. And if you have any questions about that, I'd be happy to answer those at the end of the session as well. So again, why MSOM? And our motto is we, learn it today and you can use it tomorrow. In those testimonials, if you read through the students, they will tell you that what they learned the night before or the chapter they covered the week before, they went to work and utilized it or went into their boss's office and said, hey, I think we need to try this. So that's the best statement about our program. Operations management, it's a high-wage, high-demand field spanning numerous industries. And again, we have several staff members and faculty in on this session today. So from whatever industry you're coming from, we can certainly answer those questions for you. We are 100% online. We also offer video synchronous or evening classes on campus. There is no out-of-state tuition for students. A total for a 3-hour course is $1,061.64. And we usually tell students, depending on the prerequisites that you would need from your previous coursework, the program will cost anywhere from $12,000 to $15,000 total. You're going to learn from professors with current and relevant business expertise. Luckily, on this session today, you're going to hear from Phil Jones here in a moment. Our courses, they're STEM oriented and they're designed to meet tomorrow's needs. There are only 10 graduate courses, 4 are required. You have 6 electives and you will need to have a 3.0 or better for graduation. Our degree plan is very flexible and it lets you choose classes that are going to benefit your goals. You can also earn a graduate certificate concurrently without taking any extra courses, and we'll elaborate on that in just a moment. There is no thesis to our program, which is a big draw for students. There is a very positive experience at the end of the program where you will take a comprehensive exam, which includes a 10-minute video upload and then a 10 to 15-minute oral interview with the committee. Again, there's no GRE or GMAT with a 3.0 or higher, but again, we do have that special COVID-19 announcement. You can enter from any undergraduate degree. We have anywhere from business to engineers we've had history majors and communication majors and sociology majors. So any undergraduate degree will do. We have 5 8-week sessions a year. You can enter in anytime from January to March, where summer session starts in May, and then fall is from August and then October. You can complete the degree program as quickly as 1 year, depending on how many classes you take per term, or you have up to 6 years to finish. And did I mention there's no thesis to this program? The admission process, there is an online application. Ours is free. The $60 app fee is waived. For admission purposes only, we can accept unofficial transcripts just for evaluation, but we still will require officials be sent from the universities that you attended. We don't require any resumes, letter of recommendations, or personal statements. Prerequisites do not need to be completed for the admission, but they will be the first classes required to take in the program. Your transcripts will be reviewed for undergraduate equivalency. The 4 prerequisites to our program are going to be law and ethics, which is basically a business law class. We have industrial cost analysis, which is an accounting class, so either financial or managerial accounting, if you took in your undergrad, will suffice. We also have an applied statistics class, and we will take a stat course from any discipline, whether it be behavioral stat or psychological stat. We've had quantitative analysis for chemistry majors who had statistics in there. So again, we're going to review your transcripts on an individual basis. Our last one is going to be Intro to Decision Support Tools. This is basically, I would say, an advanced Excel class. We have a free proficiency exam that you can take to see if you can score a 70% or better on the concepts that are required. Some folks use it every day and say, hey, yeah, I've been doing this for 20 years. I think I've got this. And some say, I think I might need a refresher. So you will work with your advisor on an individual basis as far as what needs suit you best. So the graduate certificates in our program, these are standalone graduate certificates, or you can do this with your MSOM degree. So we have project management, which is designed to provide skills to become better project managers and prepare for the PMP certification. We have Lean Six Sigma. This is to learn how to eliminate problems, remove waste, and reduce variation to improve operations. And then last is our newest, our Homeland Security, which is designed for industry and safety professionals to learn how to mitigate risk. So we can answer questions on all 3 of these, but today we are going to highlight our project management certificate, specifically our advanced project management course, which is taught by Phil Jones. So graduate certificates, there's only 4 classes, okay? There's only 4 classes standalone. You can obtain this as part of your master's degree, which you don't have to take any classes, so they basically double count. There's a 2.5 undergraduate GPA required for admission if you are not already in the MSOM program. For the certificates, there will never be a GRE or GMAT because we admit solely based on, again, the GPA. Again, can be completed as a standalone program And it can also be a transition to the MSOM option with no GRE, depending on the admission status and the decision on that. So today, to talk about our advanced project management course is Phil Jones. Phil's career includes serving in various roles for 25 years in a mining and heavy industrial manufacturing facility right here in Arkansas. Phil previously worked in the engineering and construction industry, in project management, and in business development roles. Phil is also the recipient of our 2017 MSOM Faculty of the Year Award. So I'm going to go ahead and hand this over to Phil, and he's going to talk more about our advanced project management. So Phil, I'll let you take it away.
Karin, thank you very much, and it's good to be with you all this afternoon. So if I were to describe the advanced project management course in one sentence, it'd be something like this: that we take the skills learned in the basic project management course, OMGT 5783. We advance those and use those to create successful project plans, and also to learn how to rescue projects that are underperforming, that get in trouble and need to have some type of rescue plan developed. The way that we do this is to look at, I call them focus areas and topics. The first one is called benefits realization management. That may be a new term to some of you, so a quick look at this in a little bit of detail. Oftentimes as project managers, we tend to focus on just time, scope, and budget as we manage those projects. But BRM makes us step back and provides a framework to ensure that the projects that we're doing support and align with the company's overarching strategy. And it varies from company to company, but again, just a framework that lets us be sure that we've done our due diligence and that the projects that we're about to help manage will help advance that company's strategic objectives. Other focus areas include schedule and cost management. We spend time learning how to do better cost estimates using good cost estimation techniques. We also look at ways to reduce schedule duration, sometimes called crashing, all designed to help keep that project on track. One of the, I guess, foundational concepts in the advanced project management course is the idea of earned value management. So earned value management is really the integration of both time and cost in the project. And from that, we can derive some metrics to help us measure a project's performance and status. We can use cost variance, schedule variance, and other metrics to let us look at a project at any point in time and see if it's running on time, on budget, how it's doing in all areas, and help us also to spot a project that's getting off track and spot that project getting off track earlier. We also use really every week in the course Microsoft Project. And I think it's important to say that we don't use it just for the sake of using it. We use Microsoft Project and learn how to make it an integrated part of our approach to managing a project. So we look at advanced Microsoft Project techniques, looking at how, for example, to use lag scheduling to compress the schedule to make the schedule more efficient. We also look at how to use Microsoft Project's report functions and produce status reports of a project at any point in time. And those status reports really give us kind of the pulse of that project, whether it be cash flow, resource utilization, earned value management. Again, give us a real-time read on that project. We take all of these previous topics, schedule, cost management, earned value management, and Microsoft Project, and take all those together and use those to learn how to identify and then rescue underperforming projects. I'll discuss more about that in a few moments, how we do an exercise throughout the course of the project that lets us do that. Also, we look at agile methodology with more and broader use of agile techniques. We spend time looking at the origins of agile, how it emerged from lean methodology. We look at some frameworks and models, and also look at the best applications of Agile methodology. Throughout the course, woven into the course is content from the Project Management Institute, also called PMI. And this really is, I think, the most widely accepted project management certification organization. And I know many people are interested in pursuing either the CAPM or the PMP certification. So throughout this course, we integrate PMI content. The Bible, if you will, of PMI is called the PMI Body of Knowledge. PMBOK is sometimes as it's referred to. We use other PMI content. There's some really good case studies, articles that we use to support learning activities. Also began to use a podcast, a way to kind of learn while you drive, if you will. Now, I want to be clear about this course. This really is not a prep course for PMI certification, but it does provide helpful guidance. And I will say I've had several students who've gone through with me the basic project management course, then the advanced project management course, then gone on and actually done well in both those courses, then have gone on, taken their PMI certification, and they've all passed on the first attempt. So I think students who are focused and dedicated and want to pursue that PMI certification can use this course as really a good foundation to kind of get a framework established and begin to know how to prep for that PMI certification test. Key activity, a couple I think are really powerful. I mentioned earlier that really beginning usually in week 2 of this course, we look at a project and look at it on an ongoing basis each week. And over time, that project begins to slide both in cost and schedule performance. So we do exercises using Microsoft Project and other techniques we learn in this course to identify what's happening, then prepare a rescue plan to get this project back on track in a way that pleases the project owner. And we've done in the past, we've used an outdoor deck project for this ongoing project. We may early in 2021 change that to maybe a software project to give a different perspective on how to look at a project that might be in trouble. We also use case studies, again, from PMI and other sources. And when I teach this course, I'm one of, I guess, 4 instructors who teach this course. When I teach this course, in fact, I use a case study as my midterm rather than an exam. I do a midterm assignment and push out a case study that gives students experience in applying concepts learned in this course through about week 4 to analyze a real life case and then develop recommendations to remedy whatever's going on in that organization. And also because really all of us who teach this course either have had or are having real life project management experience, we bring that to the course also and discuss those projects in class and certainly look and anticipate and expect feedback and discussion from our students. If I were to boil down this course into, again, a very succinct sentence, the outcome of this, I would say that the tools and concepts that we learn and practice every week in this course can be applied immediately. I've never taught this course where I've not had at least one student during the 8 weeks of this course tell me they're able to apply the concepts learned to their real life job and make a difference immediately. So I think it's a very powerful course, very useful course. I look forward to working with you at some point in time in advanced project management. So thank you for your time very much.
Well, thank you, Phil. While we've got you on, if you want to elaborate, I believe that current students of the University of Arkansas can download the MS project for free. Is that correct?
That's correct. Whether they have a PC RMAC, the university has a process or provisions to download Microsoft Project and to begin using that right away.
Great. That's information. Thank you. Well, thank you very much for Phil for joining us, and he's going to, that was a great presentation. He's going to hang on to answer any of your questions. Just some closing remarks here while everybody kind of formulates their questions. If you want to utilize the chat feature in your session to start typing your questions, we'll get to those. The spring 2021 admission application is open. Again, the MSOM application is free. That $60 app fee is waived. There is a standalone fee for the graduate certificates depending on your situation. And again, you would work with your advisor and admission counselor on that. You can also check out our YouTube channel. You'll get a link to that to see about how many various topics there are on operations management. We offer webinars, which we have one coming up here next month in October, which you'll receive a link to that registration if you're interested. And there's so many topics on there, and they all have some sort of relation to our curriculum courses, and you can kind of get a sense as to what you would be learning in those courses. Again, links will be provided. You have my contact information, or you are more than welcome to email the msom@uark.edu account for any general questions you may have. So again, while we're seeing if there's any questions, there's the information for our website, our emails, and then our generic emails. So if anyone has any questions, I would like to open the floor up to Dr. Rich Ham if he has any additional information or anything to say about the graduate certificates.
Not a lot to add other than just from the overview that you gave, Karin. As we look at graduate certificates, it's worth, I guess, everybody understanding. We have several students that do the program, and then they also do not just one, but sometimes two certificates. Depending on the certificate you pick and the way you do your electives, that could be done, within the program, or we've had some that would do one or two extra courses just because they felt like that extra background helped them. Each of the certificates that we have are designed against a body of knowledge, or in the case of Homeland Security, protection of assets, which is the accepted body of knowledge for that type of work. And each one of them within that knowledge prepares you. It doesn't mean that's like a boot camp, but it does mean if you understand those concepts, your ability to sit for a certification exam with some additional study is one of the things that most of our students like. So we even have a few, I know we had a couple of students last year that completed all three certificates and only took one or two courses extra. We have some that have done two and taken no extra courses. So it's one of those things that as employers start to look at skill sets, the more diversified you are and your ability to bring a lot of those skills to the table, which interact. I mean, a lot of the skills in Homeland Security, a lot of those are project management skills. There's projects that work if you're doing any kind of a cyber security work and you took our course for that, then project management would fit right into how you work some of those along with the risk assessments. So even though they're different bodies of knowledge, they have areas that intersect and often are complementary to each other. So I'd encourage you to talk to your advisor based on career goals for anybody that's in the program or comes into the program about what you could do to maximize your time in the program with certificates.
Yeah, that's great additional information. Thank you for saying so. Pete has a question, and this could be for Dr. Ham or Phil. Is MS Project available to certificate only? I believe as long as they are an active UARK student, free downloads for Microsoft Office are available.
If you're accepted in a certificate program and you have a uark.edu domain email, which you would have to have, you would be able to go and download Project in order to use it.
Great, thank you for that. Any other questions? We'd love to hear if you have anything specific to the industry that you're in currently, that how this program or our courses would directly relate to that. We've got plenty of folks on the session that are equipped to answer those. So again, I'd like to encourage you to, check out our website at operations-management.uark.edu. We have a lot of great information on there for prospective students, a lot of questions that could be answered. We also have our YouTube channel and our social media. Remember to check out those student testimonials. They'll give you a lot of great information. And again, this session is being recorded, and it will be downloaded as a video to our YouTube channel if you'd like to pass it on or rewatch it, or if you know anyone else that might be interested that wasn't able to join today. Again, an email will be sent with all those links available to you. So Carol, our Assistant Director, wants to clarify that the entire Microsoft Suite and Adobe Creative Cloud and others are available to all students, whether they are degree seeking or non-degree seeking. All you do need is an active UARK email address. So yes, thank you, Carol, for clarifying that. Well, I won't keep everyone. We tried to make this presentation short to allow for questions. Again, there is all of our information on the screen there. If you have questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to any of those email addresses. And we look forward to working with you in the future. And hopefully you can join us for our next webinar on change management presented by Travis McNeil of Walmart. And we'll go ahead and conclude the session. I appreciate everyone's time. Carol, Dr. Ham, especially Phil, thank you again for your presentation. And I hope everyone has a good rest of the day. Thank you.